Today we are speaking in English.
Vamos a poner unos subtítulos.
It is our 10th episode.
Yes.
Wow.
It's been
Whoa.
a roller coaster.
It's like nerve-wracking, no? You're like, oh, your thoughts.
Watch what you're saying too.
You have to watch what you're saying. Like, what keeps you motivated?
I do what you love, basically. I
So
like
nice.
reinventing myself.
As a singer, how do I keep motivated to continue?
I could be acting right now.
Yeah. There's been times in my life where I've let it affect me. Doesn't mean that you're going to forget about your initial dream.
Even if you're 100 years old.
You know, every time you post a video online, it's like playing the lottery.
Masterpiece.
What? Work, you know. A Vivro box. Alcohol.
Dun, 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 dun.
The time.
That's a question we get. That's
Vivro
Vivro style.
Should say, welcome to
Vivro
Vivro.
Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Vivro Podcast.
My name is Alonso.
And I'm Cesar.
And today we are speaking in English.
Yes. Hoy nuestro episodio será en inglés.
Eso.
Así que para los que hablan español solamente vamos a poner unos subtítulos para que no se pierdan de nada, y los que nos están escuchando por Spotify tienen que venir a vernos en YouTube, para que puedan ver los subtítulos en español.
Eso, así, well, ¿podemos empezar en inglés? 3, 2,
Ahora
1.
sí.
All right, everyone, we're back to English. We're very excited because not only is this our first episode in English, it is our 10th episode.
Yes.
Wow. A round of applause, please.
I can't believe we have recorded 10 episodes.
That is insane.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it's not only recording, but it's recording, it's been edited, it's been promoted. Like, we've produced so many shorts, clips,
guests.
everything. We've had guests.
it has been
Whoa.
a roller coaster.
It's like, it's been a roller coaster. It's not easy, obviously, to start a podcast.
It's not.
Podcast. I'm saying it in English, podcast. But it's not easy, as, you know, there's a lot of things that we wanted to do because we're the type of people that if we want to do something, we're going to do it
That's
to
right.
the top.
Yes, exactly.
So we wanted to do something with quality and with a good message for everyone, you know?
I mean, I've had so much fun
Yeah.
recording these episodes. It has been, I'm in love with it. Like, I just, want to come to the studio and record
Every day.
every day.
We have always something to say. I didn't know that I could speak on the microphone. Hello and welcome. Like, that's something that I learned doing this podcast, because I'm a singer. For everyone that doesn't know, I do music in Spanish and in English. And, singing in a studio and recording, it's completely different than just a microphone and just your thoughts and with a camera. And
also talking. Like, I don't talk so
speaking, yeah.
much in social media.
No.
Just because, I'm used to posting photos and, dancing, modeling. And I really don't talk in social media. But now this is a great platform for me to do so.
It's like nerve-wracking, no? You're like, oh, your thoughts, all the things that you have to say.
Everything you have to say.
Oh,
you have to also watch what you're saying too.
You have to watch what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, we try to keep it obviously all over 100% us, and naturally us.
Authentic, yes.
Authentic and organic.
Yeah.
And we know that there's a lot of podcasts out there, but so we wanted to make this episode special, obviously, because it's our 10th episode, and we're always doing something new. The previous episode had photos in it talking about Dubai. We had amazing people coming in as guests and everything. But this episode, we want to talk about something more motivating, something of why are we keeping it fresh? As you're an actor. Caesar's an actor. He'll explain to that a little bit. And I'm a singer. But now we're podcasters. Like, we're always keeping it fresh. We're always keeping it motivated to do something new. And I feel like this episode should be about that. Let's talk a little bit about that. Like, what keeps you motivated?
I agree. Motivation. I mean, I know it's hard for some people, but for me has been do what you love, basically. Yeah, I've always done what I love. And I think that's so important. It's so important for everyone to just, every day you have a new day to wake up and do what you love and follow your dreams. And this is what I've been doing since I was little. I've always followed my dreams, no matter what age I'm now. I'm 36 years old and I'm still following my dreams.
Yes.
I'm not afraid of saying my age, by the way.
Good. You don't look 36 at all.
Thank you very much. I also don't feel like it, too.
No.
Maybe because I don't have any kids, but that keeps me young and, but yeah, that's something that I love to do. I don't like doing, it's not about doing the same thing every day. It's doing something that you really like every day. And I wake up and I write on my notebook the things that I want to do, things that I want to work on, the things that I like doing every day, and I get them done. And if I don't like them, then I just do something different. But I'm not afraid of that. I feel like I'm not attached to a place to a job, to a to only acting. I can do podcasts, I can do music, I can dance.
Yeah. That's
I
so
like
nice.
reinventing myself.
And
How about you?
what would you do if like one of those things that you like to do doesn't go the way you thought? How do you keep motivated to try it again or keep going or
That's
do
true.
something different?
That's interesting.
Right? Because I mean, I'm talking about that a little bit too, but I want to know what you would do.
Well, I would just do the next thing.
Yeah.
Or I would just keep working for it until it happens.
Yeah, you wouldn't get like you wouldn't be down and like be like,
No.
I failed.
No.
You're not
Actually,
that type of person.
I'm not that type of person at all. I don't care because I mean, what are you gonna do? There's like I do a lot of castings as an actor. I do castings, not as many as I would like to. This is why I'm doing so many things. But I do castings, and I've done castings for commercials, movies, and things. And I've gotten some, and some I don't get. It's the mostly I don't get them because I do a lot. But this happens to all of us. If anybody out there that's watching me is an actor, they know how this is. And for some people, I've met actors that says, "Oh no, I used to act, but I can't take a no from the casting agencies. Like I can't do that."
Yeah,
and
so they shouldn't be doing that. Yeah,
and I'm like, no.
Yeah, you're not that type of
why
person.
would you do that?
Yeah.
Why? They're not looking for the person that looks like you, so they move on to the next person, and that's it. And one day that will happen to you. In the meantime, you should just live your life, do other things, become a pro in that career that you want to. Just do so many other things. There's so many things to do, especially nowadays with social media. Yeah. How about you?
No,
how do you
for me,
how do you keep the motivation?
I like that. Well, I mean, motivation. I mean, you're a little bit more strong-minded, I would say, than me. I'm a little bit of a mess, but in a good way. In a good way. I honestly have my ups and downs. As an artist and as a singer, I always want to be creating, and obviously life hits, and you have to go to work, and you have to do this, and you have to find money, and then you have to, sacrifice some other things. Time, because time has been for me like. There's not enough of it, right? And like as a singer, how do I keep motivated to continue? I mean, I am a singer. I'm not famous. My songs are not #1 hits. I just create something, but
not yet.
My previous songs, not yet, But what keeps me motivated is just the fact that I just love to do what I do. I mean, I just like to do, even if no one hears it. I always talk about that by song. I always have all the idea and I build it. I'm like, oh my God, Alegría this, and then the song and this and that. And then I release the song and people are like, oh my God, I like your song. And I'm like, oh my God, the message. And then they get excited. But if you don't communicate with people your message, then no one's going to understand it because only you. But that's what keeps me motivated. The fact that I'm still young. I still have a lot of ideas, and now with the podcast, I think it's a different way for me to, connect with my audience, connect with people that maybe want to listen to my music after watching this podcast and maybe getting to know me a little bit more. Because it happens to me that there's an artist and they release a song, and I'm like, it's a cool song. But then when the artist explains where the idea came from, then you get more attached to the song. So, conversations definitely help you get connected with people. And this is where my point is going to the podcast, like keeping me motivated that it still relates to my initial dream of being a known or whatever, living off my music,
Yeah, and I think that everything connects.
Yeah,
I
think
because
so.
I mean, I could be acting right now.
Yeah,
right in front of the camera.
Yes,
you could sing. Yeah, we can make a song for the podcast.
Vivro Podcast.
Yeah, we can make a song for the podcast. We can dance. We can talk about trips. We can travel with the podcast.
Yeah.
We can meet a lot of people. This is all connected. And it's not like, oh, you were a singer, now you're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
No, it's all connected.
And that's been my brain. my own me. I am my own worst enemy.
My own me.
I am my enemy. Like my head, literally. Like it just. I only want to do music. That's all I'm going to do. And if it doesn't work, I get down. There's been times in my life where I've let it affect me. But now where there's so many things out there, like if people are watching me and they're thinking like, oh no, I just want to be a model and it's not working out for me. I want to be an actor. No, don't. Try something new. It doesn't mean that you're going to forget about your initial dream. Okay? Just make that clear. It doesn't mean that you're going to forget about who you are, who you want to be. It just means that you're evolving. It means that what you're doing now is going to help you for your initial dream to make it come true,
Yeah, and I feel
expand.
And I feel like if you're good at something, it doesn't have to be anything with the entertainment, but if you're good at something, let's say if you have a job, a regular job, if you're good at something, then, work on that thing that you're good at, or your dream, even if you're 100 years old, just keep doing something else that makes you happy. Even if you don't want to do that job that you're doing now, but when you get home, you work on that other dream, and you can work in many dreams. I mean, I've met people, oh my God, I've always wanted to do a podcast.
Yeah, do it.
I don't have the platform. I don't have this. I think now platforms are just free.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
There's platforms for everybody.
I heard something that you were watching a TikTok video or Instagram video that said, every time you post a video online, it's like playing the lottery nowadays. Like, it's come down to that, you know, like you could be literally like all slouchy in your thing and make a video, and then you don't know what could happen in that video. It could become viral, and then your life will change. So when I heard that, it definitely, it just like, oh my God, it added that fire in me that I'm going to post a singing video today. I'm going to do a podcast, or I'm going to do this, because you never know. Like, it wasn't like that before when MySpace, you guys remember MySpace and Facebook, and when Instagram started, it was never like that. Nowadays, a 12-year-old can literally draw something funny and become viral and have a career, and just his life changes in 2 seconds.
I really like that. I really like that, because when I was a kid, I used to make a lot of movies with those, cam recorders, the really old ones that you go like this.
My sister and I used to do that.
Yeah, I used to create a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like I would have been somebody before at that age, for sure, because I used to make a whole movie, and I used to show it to my whole family, and they were so entertained, and I was like 12, 13. I think if I had that platform then, it would have changed. It would have been my life would have been different.
Yeah, and I feel like adults forget that sometimes here in the United States, mostly because it's like all work, and people forget that as adults. We forget to live our dream, to live that creativity that we all have. We all have creativity inside, whether it's because you're passionate about accounting, you're passionate about being a lawyer, you're passionate about creating dances or videos or whatever, drawing. Always remember to do that, because the worst thing you can do, and that's the worst thing that I will never do anymore in my life, is do something that you dislike. Like, go to work every day when you don't like that job, or when you just can't take it. That literally causes depression and anxiety, and those are those are killers. Like, that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like everyone is good at something.
Yes, you are.
Everyone has something to offer.
Yes,
and I feel like with social media, you can be like, oh no, I'm just gonna post that video. Let me see, because I was telling my dad, remember?
Yeah.
Because he does a lot of things. Yeah. He has his job. He's an accountant, but he has his job, and he does so many things. I'm like, if you were to record yourself, people will learn so much from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like that's an opportunity. That what if he retires tomorrow just because of all these videos?
Absolutely, and it's happened. I've seen a lot of viral videos on TikTok and Instagram of people changing their parents' life because they just posted something that they're so talented. It's not their generation, so they're not used to it, but it's up to us to maybe help our parents, help our grandparents too. Like, that's so cool to do something and expose it to the world, because before they didn't have the opportunity like we do have it now. So
I'm gonna have to start recording my dad so I can make,
we're gonna record everybody.
Make money from there too.
Well, that's really nice. That's what keeps us motivated, and I hope you guys get a message from that.
Definitely, yes.
And here in Vivro Podcast, again, we didn't talk a little bit about Vivro Podcast here for everyone that speaks English. We like to have these type of conversations. We like to travel. We like to do everything else, but we also like little games. And here at Vivro Podcast, we created the Vivro Box.
The Vivro Box.
Dun, dun, dun. I get to display it
That's
here.
one of my favorite
Caesar's
times in Vivro.
Favorite game and favorite section of Vivro of our episodes. We'll play, and we'll start off with Caesar.
All right.
What do you think?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So they're different cards, cool things, hidden
questions.
Cool questions.
They could be spicy questions. They could be deep questions. They could be
and we change them
funny, and we change them up every single time.
What?
Is pineapple on pizza a crime or a masterpiece?
Masterpiece.
What?
I don't even have to think about that. It's a masterpiece.
No.
I know Italians will hate me, but I don't care. I mean, worse
you
things
like
have been put on
pineapple in
pizzas
your
before.
pizza?
I'm pretty sure. Oh yes, it's so good. It's so delicious.
Well, we're over with this episode, child. I can't be sitting here.
I can't. I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure.
There's a lot of people that love it,
and it's so good. It's like, that fresh taste.
It's like, what is it called? Hawaiian pizza?
Hawaiian.
With like ham and pineapple.
But I feel like I would put pineapple with anything.
Really?
Yeah, it tastes
mean,
so.
you
You've never
like-
tried it?
I know. I've never liked it. My sister likes it.
You gotta try it.
I don't know. My mom doesn't like it either. I don't like it.
But you've never tried it.
I've tried it. I didn't like it.
See?
Because I can't say that I don't like something if I haven't tried it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I was
tried it.
getting there.
I mean, I'm a vegetarian, but when I was younger, I tried it with the ham and the pineapple.
But that's when you like it the most, when you're a kid. That's when I fell in love with it.
No, I like spice. I used to put Valentina
You
on
see
my
how
pizza.
kids, they do like even chocolate and pizza. They do whatever.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care.
Now I get, my gastritis.
They make all of that.
Yeah.
That's cool, but I do like it. I
Okay,
like
okay. Well,
pineapple.
we accept it here. We were very open-minded here.
Definitely.
Okay, but no.
Your turn. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Oh,
I'm supposed to read it,
you're
sir.
gonna read it.
Let's see. Will you rather give up coffee or alcohol forever?
Alcohol.
Dun, 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 dun.
I like coffee too much, and I am not that big of a coffee drinker because it gives me anxiety, like just palpitations, and I'm like, ah. Alcohol, I don't care. I wouldn't drink it. I don't drink that. I just wine and champagne and things like that.
You didn't ask me this question, but I will give alcohol as well.
Yeah.
I love coffee.
Coffee. He's a coffee
Yeah. But I mean, I'm
enthusiast.
not an addict. You know, some people are addicts.
No, but you
They're
like
addicted
coffee.
to it. But I like coffee.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
enjoy the taste, the
You're
smell.
not obsessed with it, but you like
Not
it.
obsessed, because I know people that are like
I always
5
have to
cups
have-
of coffee a
See,
day.
No, I used to do that. When
No,
I started
that's
working,
crazy.
when I started working
when
my
you
first
become
job,
somebody else, you're like electric.
No, whenever I was working my first job when I was younger, and it was like 5 a.m, I used to be a concierge in a hotel
Yeah.
in Orlando, and it was like I had to have like 3-4 coffees a day. That later on I started getting headaches if I didn't drink the coffee. So it's very
Wow.
addicting, and that's what I don't like about coffee. But
Yeah.
just a little cup of coffee in the morning with a little bit of milk on top and things like that, like that's enough.
Yeah, I like it black.
But
no sugar.
Yeah, also that too.
Just like
it
that.
just sometimes gives me irritation. I had a lot of spice as a Mexican.
How old are you, Alonso?
As Mexican, we all know we love a spicy candy, and I abused it when I was
I
young.
think that's what happened to you.
I
That's what
abused
happened.
it, and it was bad. And now that I'm 33,
I feel like I can do up to three coffees per day.
I like
3 cups
iced
of
coffee too.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that with iced coffee, you can drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
Because it tastes good, and
I know. Okay, the question: no alcohol. We don't like
Next.
alcohol. No.
Next.
Next, I wanted to talk a little bit about this and explain it. Why did we pick orange?
Why do we pick
I was
orange?
just looking and I'm like, people have asked us that question. That's
I
a
feel
question
like
we get all the time.
That's a question we get. That's
Why
true. That's
do
true.
we pick the color orange to represent us?
Well, we're picking colors, and I said, you know what? I like orange. It's my new favorite color now. So I
Yeah.
like orange, and I said there aren't podcasts that are oranges out there. So I think it's a pretty color too.
Yeah.
It's been calling my name for a little while.
For a while.
And I think it goes well with us.
Yeah. I think I searched also the meaning because I wanted to have a meaning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not the meaning, but the idea of the color orange. And it's energy, energetic, positivity. It radiates like energy. So I'm like, well, we want to have energy here. And we love the color orange. I love
We always
green.
have energy here.
I like green. My favorite color is green. This is why we have the green plants, and I'm wearing green. Now, usually I wear green in the episodes, but yeah, the orange color definitely captured our attention. Now I like it too, but it's not my favorite, but I like it as well.
Do you think this is being recorded? So you're not gonna have your orange as a favorite color. Please. It's mine.
No, I will never.
Actually, it's
I
now
will-
I'm letting Vivro borrow it.
Now,
Because
a
now
lot of people in
everybody's
your
like,
family-
oh, I'm orange Vivro
Vivro
style.
You never know. We want to do some things with that. It's coming soon. We're gonna keep it.
We're always
locked
full of
in.
surprises here.
We're always full of surprises, and this is a nice gateway to what we had to say.
Yeah.
Is that we also want to gravitate towards recommendations? No.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we travel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this podcast could be anywhere. It could be in any hotel. It could be in any restaurant. It could be in any country.
Yeah.
Because we travel all over the world.
Yeah.
We enjoy traveling. And
Yeah.
we enjoy the finer things in life.
Yes, absolutely.
The exclusivity.
And
Exclusivity.
and we're also gonna create content. So we want everyone to join us here at Vivro Podcast and Vivro Vivro everything. And because we do want to, also connect with you guys. And a way of connecting with you guys is also recommending things that you guys can kind of live the Vivro lifestyle that we're going to create here in all of our digital platforms. In Instagram, we're going to be posting a lot of things, restaurants that we recommend, hotels. I love hotels. I'm obsessed with hotels.
Me too.
And since we travel a lot, we have a lot of recommendations of where to stay. I think that's a cool thing that we can do here.
Definitely.
Also, restaurants here in Miami. We like eating out all the time, so we're gonna recommend those restaurants, and maybe we'll go. Maybe we'll do some collaborations here and there. And also fashion, any brands and things like that. We're always going to be recommending things so we can kind of create that big family.
Definitely. We traveled to Paris.
We traveled to Paris
the fashion capital of the world.
Yes.
So we're there all the time. So you're going to enjoy that a lot too. This is the reason why we created this podcast, because a lot of people used to tell us, oh my God, you should tell your adventures, your stories, your things, your travels. And we just said, that's true. We should do that, and we should take it everywhere with us.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing now.
There's no specific subject in Vivro Podcast.
Of course not.
What it is, actually, the name Vivro, right? Caesar found it. We were looking at, let's just say whose job is what. Caesar's in charge of all of what you see. Like he's in charge of the aesthetic. This is why we picked his color. And I'm in charge of the producing and a lot of different things that I do here in Vivro Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm always busy doing things, the weight is right here. But we're in charge of this. So when we were talking about the name, we were both sitting down and
PR. I'm in charge of PR
yes, too. We found a name, Vivro, right? Vivro. What is Vivro? And then we looked at the meaning.
Yeah,
and
it's an Italian word.
It's an Italian word.
It's Gio Bibera. Vivro per la moda.
I would live.
I would live for something. I would live for
Vivro per Vivro Podcast.
Vivro per Vivro Podcast. Now we live for this podcast.
Yes, absolutely.
And you have to say it like this.
You have to say it with the hand. We should say, welcome to
Vivro Podcast. We love Italy. That's another country that we love. We enjoy it so much.
Enjoy going to Italy all the time, so we'll do a Vivro Podcast in Italy.
This podcast is really fun.
It's fun. We try to keep it fun,
and we're gonna have different guests. This
and now that we're doing
English,
we want to definitely invite English-speaking guests here.
Yeah,
and broaden our horizons and have more people join our family here in Vivro Podcast. And our the reason why we did this is to connect. To connect with people, share our stories, have conversations. We always talking. So I was like, let's just have a camera.
Yeah,
in a nice room, in a nice studio, and then a nice this, and then edit it, and then do this. Like, it just makes it a thing.
It's not so easy. We make it seem easy, but it's not so easy.
It's not so easy, but if you want to do it, I definitely recommend doing it. If you want to say something,
everything is possible. So
everything is possible.
Can do it, for sure.
Even if there's millions of podcasts, listen, there's millions of accountants, there's millions of models, there's millions of singers, there's millions of people.
Actors.
And you're going to not be what you want to be just because there's a lot of it. No.
And everyone is unique.
Everyone is different. Everyone has something to say. And we're always going to say, everyone's going to say, it's an organic conversation, but it's okay if everyone has organic conversations. So this is a reason why we're doing Vivro Podcast. And we hope that all of you enjoy this episode.
Yes.
And they enjoy all of our content, right? Where can they find us, Caesar?
They can find us on YouTube, of course, because you're watching now. Instagram, TikTok, Spotify. And now Facebook, actually.
Yes, so, yes.
Now we're going to do a Facebook page,
Absolutely,
no?
yes.
Yeah. You were kind of against Facebook. I
was a little bit of against
thinking that
Facebook.
It was, old.
No.
But
we do have some people requesting a Facebook fan page. So we'll go ahead and create that so we can be everywhere and we can always be connected and you guys can see our recommendations, our videos. I mean, I promise you guys that Vivro is going to be everywhere.
Definitely.
And that's a promise here on the episode. That's okay. So we're very excited for it. I think we wanted to keep this short and sweet.
Yes.
So everyone wants a little bit more of Vivro. And remember to follow us, like Caesar said, on all of those platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
All of them.
We're going to be there present with our orange box. And thank you so much for watching this episode.
Yes. And we really appreciate it.
Yes.
You stayed this far. And for all of our English speakers that are out there that have been requesting our podcast to be in English, here you have it.
Here it is, right there for you.
Here it is. And we're going to have a lot more.
We're going to have a lot more.
Sure.
So
for sure.
Thank you so much, everyone here, our Vivro family, our new members of the Vivro family. And thank you for all the support. We see the numbers. They're growing.
We do.
And we're very, very excited.
And we see everyone watching from all over the world.
All over the world. United States, Spain, Venezuela, Mexico.
Yeah, everywhere. Dubai.
Yeah,
everywhere.
We're very excited. So thank you so much. Here's an English speaking later on, they're going to be French, Italian, and a whole bunch of different
Italiano.
Italiano. Per la boda. That's like later in the future. Well,
Yes.
Vivro family, thank you so much for watching this episode. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Yes. Ciao.
Bye bye.